Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne from Hullahbaloo.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Yorkshire, and today's video is this one. So this is a follow-on from my video on Wednesday where we made the Hinge triangular box. So this box here is just over 3 inches square by approximately 1 inch deep. And when you open it from the triangle here, it hinges open like so to reveal 6 little mini cards on the inside. It then fastens up with a bit of ribbon at the top. So this was the cherry cobbler version. And then the other day in the video, I showed you how to make it, and I used Misty Moonlight this time. This is only the box at the moment. There are no cards inside it. So I'm going to show you how to make the mini cards today. Just pop those to one side. So you will need a mini card base. So how I made this, I took a piece of thick basic white, which was 6 inches by 3, and I've scored it at 3 to make a 3 by 3 mini card. You will need a piece of the designer series paper. So this is from the 6 by 6 colour family stack. So this is from the in colours of 2020 to 2022, and this is Misty Moonlight to match the box like so. And then we're going to use the same triangle dies. These are the stitched ones that we used in the previous video, the same size. So if you've seen this video first and not the other part, this is the second largest of the right angled triangles. And we're just going to cut a couple of triangles out with that. I'll quickly show you what the mini card look like. So the cherry cobbled version is here. We're going to need 2 pieces per card, and then we're going to match it to the outside of the box. So I'll pop my card base to one side whilst I bring in my die cut machine. So I've got the mini cut and emboss here, very tiny. As you can see, if I put my hands next to it, it's very small, it's very portable, very light. That some die cutting machines are quite heavy, and some people who have developed like arthritis or problems with their hands can't cope with them because of their weight. This one, it's very simple, one-handed. So I'm just going to grab my plates. So to cut this, we're going to need the base plate, which is all the plates are numbered. So this is also known as number 1. And then I've got 2 cutting plates, which are number 2s. So I'm going to pop one down to start with, pop in my paper, and then the die. Putting it as close to the edge as possible because I want to get as many triangles out of this for my cards. And then we'll pop on the top, and then we'll run this through. And just for a bit of a tip, I find it's always better if the top is slightly staggered forward. So I'll show you what I mean. Just put that back on as I want it, and then stagger this. So the edge of this plate here is ahead of the others, like so. So as you can see, if I turn that sideways, the top plate is ahead of the others, and it allows the machine to grab a grip of that first. So we'll pop that through like so, and we need 2 of those. So there's one. And then I'm not going to lift it out, I'm just going to literally lift it up, and I'm going to pop it up here to get another triangle. And again, do it so that this edge is ahead of the others. Pop that in, and as you can see, it just catches that top layer before anything else and puts it through nicely. There we go. So that's our 2. We'll quickly put this away, and as I say, portable. Fold up those sides like so, and that's it. It can fit. I mean, its full width is about 4.5 by 7, so it can fit in a nice little corner of the desk. I just keep mine to the side there. Okay, so we have 1 triangle. There we have our 2nd triangle, and if I If I'd been a bit more careful about moving it to the edge, I could have got my third triangle out of there for another card as well. But we'll pop these away, so plates away. What we need to do now is I've got a piece of basic black. This is just a scrap, and all I'm going to do is, as you can see, just ever slightly around the edge here, I've got a bit of a border. I'm just going to stick these on as close to that edge and then cut round to get my border. So I'm just going to use some Tombow for this. And so liquid glue has two ends, the fat end for lots of glue spreading, or the smaller nib if you're wanting to do more precise work. I always use the smaller end, even if I'm gluing a larger area. It just gives me better control and I'm not squirting glue everywhere. So as you can see, it just gives you, it allows you to manipulate where that glue goes. So first one. Also, the great thing about Tombow, if you haven't quite stuck it in the right place, does give you a few seconds of what I call wiggle room, where it allows you to move it and before it takes full hold. So if you're not confident at gluing, which some of us aren't at times, then if you can see, look, I may think that's wrong, but I can still wiggle it a little. Right, so they're stuck on there. I'm going to let them dry a moment. We're going to prep our Stampin whilst that's just drying. So the same stamp set that we used yesterday. So this is the Happiest of Birthdays. And this is cling stamp set. You get 4 stamps, but they're huge. So this on the front is only 95%. As you can see, they are large. So I'm using this one here, which says Happy B-Day. I don't normally like the phrase B-Days. It reminds me of a lavatory, but I don't mind it for this, as the square of the stamp lends well to the project. Matching Mr. Moonlight ink. And then all I'm going to do is, this is mounted on a C block. I like a stamp where you can see, a block, sorry, round where I can still see right round the edges of the stamp. Allows me to position it better. And then I'm just going to go for this top corner so that I can use it to frame the happy birthday like I did on this one. There we go. So I'm only showing you how to make one card, but looking at the dimensions of the box and how many I've put in the red one, in the cherry one, I would say you could probably fit 10 cards. I put 6 in, thinking 6 would be enough, but because I don't have any form of dimensionals or embellishments on this, you can fit far more. So what I'm going to do now is just, leaving a bit of a border around there, is cut this out. Like so, nice easy bit of cutting. Nothing too complicated, as we want the box to be wowed upon with the gorgeous hinge that it's got. So there we go. Right, so now we can bring our triangles in, and I'm just going to do the same with these, just round the edge there, leaving a bit of a border. Only a tiny one on these because I just want it to peek out. But the edges of those, staying as straight as I can. And then all I do is quickly just round off the edges with my scissors to give it a softer look, as you can see there, the top of the die cut is rounded edges. And then this one as well. So remembering just a little bit, we just want it peeking out from behind. Don't want too much. Like so. There we go. And then rounding final corner. There we go, so we've got our 2 triangles ready. And then we can bring that card base in, and all we're going to do is pop 1 triangle in the bottom corner, 1 triangle up in the top, and then pop our happy birthday in the centre there. So we'll get that done. I'm going to use Tombow again for that wiggle room that we have. Make sure it all looks good. Nobody wants a wonky card. So bottom corner first. Let's give that a press. And then the top. There we go. Press. And then for this one, there's going to be a little valley in the middle. I just do work out where I'm going to stick it. Right way round would be best. And then I just put a bit of glue in the top and the bottom corner where it's going to stick down. And then get this lined up, which I think there. I just press those corners. And there we have the card. Gorgeous 3x3, nice and easy and ready for handing out. So I'm going to nab the envelope from that one, and then that's ready to go in. In here I've got another few blank ones, and we're going to pop them into our Misty Moonlight one. So we'll undo the twine here that we put on yesterday, and then pop these in. So there's 5 there, which will fit nicely when I can get them lined up. There we go, and pop our 6th in. There we go, and as you can see, if I flatten those up, there's still a bit of room there where you could get maybe another few. I think probably another 4, make it a nice round 10. And then there we go. So we have our 2 boxes with cards inside, ready to tie up and gift away. And of course you can change the sentiments up. You could go for a thank you card, something that just says hello, is like a random act of kindness. Or you could perhaps even turn them into invitations for a party to save up for when they're needed. Let me know what you think of the box in the comments below. Remember, this is made from a single sheet of A4 paper, which means that for American size you can also make this from a single sheet. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget, anything that you've seen in this video and the previous one, in fact all of my videos, can be purchased over at Hullahbaloo.com and click on the shop button. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.